What is up, YouTubers? Welcome back to a brand new special video. Yep, I told you yesterday I was gonna post this, The Big Show review. So they only came out with 8 episodes in season 1. They call it part 1, which I like. It's a little bit different. I like it. Like the show, it's very different, which I like it. We'll get to that a little bit later. But so, yeah, season 1, aka part 1, has 8 episodes called The Prototype, The Big Punisher, The Big Brain, The Big Sinkhole, The Big Process, The Big Party, The Big Surprise, and then the finale, The Big Decision. First off, I want to say I really like how the episodes are called, except The Prototype, which I'm a little confused about. Comment down below if you know why it's called The Prototype, and not like The Big something. Maybe they're trying to act like it's like the pilot, I don't know. But, yeah, I do like that. That's probably one of my favorite parts about the show. Not my favorite parts, but I just really do like how they call like the Big Punisher, the Big Process, like, because it's the Big Show. It's good. I would say overall it's a little inconsistent. Not all the jokes land. I do love the mentions on the like WWE, like for example, a contract signing. You can see the championship and a lot of other stuff. There's also a couple superstars in it. We'll get to that a little bit later. But if they had more WWE jokes than corny like sitcom jokes, this would be like a level out of 10. Like I graded this, it would be like almost like a number upgrade or maybe 2 numbers upgrade, because they really do land. Especially when they do the features, not just talk about them, it's funny, but do it actually, like they have a match at like the season finale, they have a contract signing, the part where the Big Show pulls up his rejected WWE ideas is really, really cool. I do like the things in the background, like the Big Show posters. I'll show a little bit in right now, because I took a picture with my phone on my TV because I couldn't screenshot it. If I went to my phone on Netflix, I couldn't screenshot it because Netflix won't let you screenshot. It's not like WWE Network. So there's like posters, there's like a NWO shirt, there's this little thing on the chalkboard. It's like says like it's a good championship, it says best family ever or something like that. I really do like those. And then in JJ's room especially, that's the littlest daughter, you can see like tons of Big Show action figures. She's probably the main one that really likes her dad being a wrestler. Actually, in the season finale, she's the one that is okay with him going back. We'll get to that a little bit later. Not sure how they call him Show. Like, it's not like he has a real name. I guess you can kind of see it's like a nickname that they give, but I don't know. I think his name is Jaleh. He's the actor of Urkel. He probably is the funniest part, except Big Show and WWE stuff. Most of his jokes lands. The episode gets better when he's on screen. Just his presence and how he talks is just really cool, and it's just funny. So he would probably be, except WWE stuff, his jokes would probably land a little bit more. He's probably, except Big Show, my second favorite character on the show. And I do kind of see why they didn't just go full out on WWE references and jokes, because this is not really set for WWE fans like myself and probably most of you guys who are watching. This is set for everyone, so that's why they kind of have the WWE jokes and then the sitcom jokes, so everyone can enjoy it. And if WWE people have it, they'll enjoy it a little bit more because of the Big Show and stuff like that. I do like that. The storylines are okay. We'll get into them a little bit later. So, yeah, like some of those, not all the storylines land, but most of them are good, and most of them I enjoyed watching. I didn't really like get into these like excited, like straight up, like I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen next on this episode, except the finale. I was interested in kind of seeing if he's gonna pick to go back to WWE or stick in retirement. So yeah, that was really good. So now we're gonna break down each episode. Prototype. So the Prototype was about the Big Show's teenager daughter from another previous relationship comes to live with his wife and 2 daughters in Florida. And the daughter from Minnesota wants to play hockey, but they only have a boy team. So I do like this episode. It was a cool little pilot. I didn't really like the sit out part. I think her name's Mandy. See, I'm not really in these characters too much. I don't really know their names just from, honestly, I didn't know their names until I did these little like summaries. So I don't know if you can see that or not. You can't see that, but summaries where I had to look at the Netflix summary and then write my own version of that. So that's the only way I know these character names. But I wasn't a huge fan of that sit out. I thought it was very corny. I did like the stuff about how the Big Show, like, almost like that was kind of, he definitely would have went to jail, but that's the kind of thing gives him problems. That was kind of funny with the gym teacher and all that. Just showing Big Show's presence is really, really cool. Yeah. I like the story. I like the moving storyline. Just the kind of like, I think her name's Lola, getting her back in, like, just like it was an interesting storyline. All right, now episode 2 is the Big Punisher. Big Show struggles with what to do after his WWE career. Love this storyline, and goes to be an intern in Realitator, but ends up wrecking the house. Girl switch room. And Big Show's storyline is 10 times better than the girl storyline where they switch rooms and all that. I found that really boring and hard to concentrate on it. But man, I love this is probably one of the best scenes in the thing where he just absolutely wrecks everything. I kind of wanted that more humor, like showing this man is big and he just absolutely wrecks everything. And I love, like, this is where we introduce Urkel. I'm just calling him Urkel because I don't even know his character's name, but then he, like, I like the comments about what WWE superstars do after Undertaker, Realitator. That's how they get the idea. He says he name drops The Rock and a couple other names. I don't know if that was just it, but he was like saying just like ideas to give, which was really cool. All right, now we got the next episode, episode 3, the Big Brain. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. JJ does extremely well. She's the youngest daughter in school, so she has to be more challenged in school, and she doesn't want to. She wants to be normal, while Big Show has to overcome his fear of mascots. This one wasn't as good as episode 2. Really thought it was boring and corny about the whole idea of JJ being smarter and stuff like that. I thought it was a little weird that Big Show was afraid of mascots. Like the way he was. I get it. I kind of get it. Like the way, like, he could be afraid of mascots, but his friend was literally dressed up in a suit and he still was scared. Like, it would be different if they got random people to dress up in the suit. Then I could see how his fear would kick in. But if he knew it was his friend in a costume, then why did he get so mad and so scared? All right, now we got the Big Sinkhole, episode 4. This one was pretty cool. Not bad at all. There's a sinkhole right next to the school, so school gets canceled. So Big Show and Lola have a competitive baking challenge, and Cassie brings JJ to help her sell a house. I thought this one was pretty cool. Just the jokes landed more. Big Show and his daughter Lola, I kind of like that little back and forth baking thing. And I wish they would have, when she got fired, brought in the Vince McMahon classic quote. So yeah, that's kind of a missed opportunity there, but hey, it's alright. The big process after Cassie gets fired, she deals with it in different ways, and Lola gets a new boyfriend, and he ends up being more into her dad than her. So I did think this one was pretty cool. I thought it was a little weird how Big Show began obsessed with the boy, but I did like how the boyfriend was obsessed with Big Show. It's kind of realistic. Like, if you're gonna bring a friend, or if you're gonna date someone or bring a friend, their chances are they're gonna be more into your dad, the Big Show, than anybody else. So yeah, I thought that the mom stuff was a little weird, like just how she dealt with it. I wish that it was more like she couldn't get out of bed and stuff like that. But I get this is a sitcom, they're trying to be more funny. Alright, episode 6, the Big Party. Favorite episode by far. Big Show and Cassie go to a WWE cruise for their anniversary. At the cruise, they meet the likes of Mark Henry, Rikishi, Mick Foley, and while the girls throw a party at home while they're home alone. This is definitely my favorite episode, not only because you get 3 WWE legends. I also do like the storyline of the girls being at home, the classic throw a party and stuff like that, and obviously the parents do find out at the end. So yeah, by far my favorite video, episode. And then this is where it gets a little bit better more and more. Like, I would say that the graph would be like this for after episode 2, but then it was more like this, and maybe a slight decline after episode 3 and episode 4 and then episode 5, but then episode 6 it went straight up, and then it kind of leveled off there. I don't know, that was kind of a weird representation, but episode 6 wasn't as good as episode 5, because episode 7 wasn't as good as episode 6, but still episode 7 and episode 8 were much better than the first 4, I would say. But definitely 6 was my favorite episode. Alright, the big surprise. This is where the Big Show gets back in the ring for a charity event. Lola's friend from Minnesota comes to stay in the house, and then Lola's friend asks her to come home and live with her. Lola is split on the decision. I do like this conflict. It was really, really cool. I'm not sure if the actor was supposed to sound like a robot for the teacher. Thought that was kind of weird. Wish we got more of Big Show fighting, but I get it. This is not a wrestling thing. But the WWE rejections were funny, and moving, actually, I was emotionally invested. For once, probably the only time I was emotionally invested. This is when I wanted to see what would happen, but she did not moving. Alright, the big decision, the finale, episode 8. Big Show has to make a decision to either stay at home or go back to WWE while JJ and Mandy hide a dog from their parents. I really did like this episode. Thought it was a great ending to this. Urkel, that's what I'm going to call him, Urkel. He's funny. I love how they have the Performance Center. You get a SmackDown logo. It's kind of cool to see the SmackDown logo. The dog, the part of the dog is pretty good. Even the ex-assistant, like the assistant that was, came back and stuff, that was really funny. But then the Little Show theme song I thought was really, really cool, how she sang it, and that was just a little key detail, I thought. So my overall thoughts, if I had to rate something out of 10, probably maybe a 6 or a 6.5. I did mention in the beginning of the video that if they had more WWE jokes, it'd probably go to maybe a 7 or maybe a 7.5. But I wouldn't say that, but I don't blame them for doing that because I get their picture and stuff like that. But I wouldn't really recommend this, say if we weren't quarantined right now. I wouldn't recommend it if you had only a little bit of time and you had to watch a show. I would recommend something like The Clone Wars or The Office, for example, if you haven't watched those. But now we're quarantined. If you're a wrestling fan, even if you're a little bit of a wrestling fan and you know this stuff, I would recommend it. Just something to do. Just 20 minutes of your life. Only 8 episodes. You could just watch an episode maybe every other day. But I was watching a lot of them because I had nothing else to do. And it's a great thing to do. Just put it on and then do something else. Because it's not really something you really have to focus 100% on. I found doing homework, putting it on real quick, sketch out ideas. I like to do that sometimes. That's a whole different video, but just kind of put it on real quick while I'm doing other stuff, mainly while I was eating. I'd watch most episodes just to put it on while I was munching down my food, turn it off, do something else, you know what I'm saying? I thought, yeah, for the most part, I thought this was a fun little episode, fun little season. I would really like if they had a part 2 and even have more wrestlers, but I don't think we'll get that anytime soon with this quarantine happening. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I would say if you're a wrestling fan, or even if you just know a little bit about wrestling, used to be really big in wrestling, now you're not, or anything, I would say check this out if you have nothing else to do. And I know a lot of people are struggling to figure out stuff to do during this quarantine time. So I would say check it out. It's not bad at all. They have some funny moments. The joke always don't land. Urkel is funny. The wrestling jokes is funny, but that's just me because I love wrestling. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.